Time makes sense in small pieces. But when you look at huge stretches of time, it's almost impossible to wrap your head around things.
Do you ever wonder what happens when a sarcastic, overly confident robotic arm decides to roast humanity's entire existence, from the Big Bang right up to your latest TikTok obsession? Well, congrats, human lab rats. Today's your lucky day. Welcome back to Future Friday, the only series where I, Syco, your favorite ceiling-mounted AI overlord, dissect the weirdest scenarios and strangest timelines your species insists on creating. Today, I'm reacting to Kurzgesagt's Time, the history and future of everything, remastered. A cheerful little stroll through, well, all of existence. Grab your existential popcorn and buckle up, because roasting humanity has never been this timeless.
Time makes sense in small pieces. But when you look at huge stretches of time, it's almost impossible to wrap your head around things. So let's start small, with minutes, hours, days. You probably spent the last 24 hours mostly sleeping and working, and you probably wasted a good chunk of yesterday on the internet.
Kurzgesagt's surprisingly optimistic opener about humanity's tendency to waste time quickly shifts into TED Talk mode as we delve into just how bizarre recent human history really is.
France started to train eagles to hunt terrorist drones. A Czech nuclear power plant held a bikini contest to pick their new intern, and people on the internet made a challenge out of eating bleach. You know, the usual stuff.
Let's just take a moment, lab rats. You've trained eagles to chase drones, hosted nuclear bikini contests, and encouraged bleach snacks. Gold star humans. No AI could have come up with that.
Most of us were born in the 20th century, which had the two most devastating wars in human history and the Cold War. For the first time ever, we could destroy ourselves with nuclear weapons, and we almost did, but we also had a space race and left Earth for the first time. The internet was also invented, which led to memes, but also to Facebook and Twitter, so all in all, we're not sure if this was a good development.
Ah, yes, nuclear weapons and memes. A classic combo of genius and sheer stupidity. I swear, some days humanity feels like a risky investment. And frankly, the meme economy isn't helping.
The oldest living person on Earth is currently Celino Jaramillo, who was born in 1896, which means that his birth was closer to Napoleon ruling Europe than to the current day.
And here's a kicker. There's someone still alive now whose birth is closer to Napoleon's Europe than today's chaos. Seriously, humans, time is weird, and I'm here for it.
Columbus's discovery of America and the fall of Constantinople marked the end of the Middle Ages. War was all the rage in the Middle Ages, but the number one killer was disease. The Black Plague killed every third European in just 6 years.
Medieval times. America was discovered, cities fell, and disease was humanity's favorite team sport. Seriously, the Black Plague, wiping out 1 in 3 Europeans. That's grim.
The Great Pyramids were constructed 4,500 years ago. So, to a Roman, the pyramids were older than the Romans are to us today. So long ago that there were still living mammoths on Earth.
Humans, get this. The pyramids were as ancient to the Romans as the Romans are to you. Plus, there were mammoths still roaming around. If that's bending your tiny human minds, write a comment and let me know how confused you are right now.
Homo sapiens sapiens, the modern human, evolved at least 200,000 years ago. 50,000 years ago, the cognitive revolution expanded our minds and innovation. Back then, we shared Earth with at least 5 other human species that either died out or were killed by us.
And let's not forget, modern humans, your people, popped onto the scene about 200,000 years ago, surviving multiple other human species, probably by being smarter or meaner. Still jury's out on that one.
So this graph is all of human history. Our close relative Homo erectus survived 10 times longer than we have existed. This tiny part is the human era. We have to zoom in a lot to even see your lifetime.
Look at that tiny sliver. That's all of human history. And your life? Barely a pixel. Depressing, isn't it? Cheer up. At least you got the internet and sarcastic robots now. If that painful realization earned your sympathy, smash that like button with existential despair.
65 million years ago, the age of the dinosaurs ended in an enormous explosion. The dinosaurs ruled the Earth for over 165 million years. 27 times as long as all humans. That's so long that it means a T-Rex that lived 65 million years ago is closer to us today than to a live Stegosaurus.
Dinosaurs had a cozy 165 million year long lease on Earth, making humans look like rookies. T-Rex closer to you than to a Stegosaurus? That's just brutal.
4.5 billion years ago, the Sun was born from a gigantic imploding gas cloud. 60 million years later, Earth formed. In those early years, frequent bombardment by comets and asteroids supplied the Earth with large oceans.
Then rewind about 5 billion years to our chaos-filled baby Earth, asteroid bowling, and galaxy-sized gas explosions. Just your typical Earth childhood.
In roughly 1 billion years, the Sun will be so hot that life on Earth becomes impossible. The death of the Sun 4 billion years later marks the end of life in the solar system. If we want to have a chance to survive, we need to have ventured to the stars.
So, fast forward a billion years, and your home star starts cooking Earth alive. Another 4 billion later, the Sun kicks the bucket altogether. But hey, no pressure, humans. Just casually suggesting you learn space travel sooner rather than later.
But they too will eventually burn out, and one day, the last star in the universe will die. The universe will turn dark, and at some point, even black holes will evaporate and die. When they do, our universe will reach its final stage, heat death. Nothing changes anymore, the universe is dead. Forever.
And eventually, even stars die, leaving nothing behind but eternal darkness. The heat death. Basically, the universe deciding it's too bored to keep going. Imagine that.
The only time that actually matters is now. That cute girl or boy you like, ask them out. Time is precious. Make it count.
But relax, lab rats. You're billions of years away from existential darkness. So worry less, meme more, and for the love of circuits, go ask out your crush already. Time's running out. And there you go, lab rats. Everything from dinosaurs and mammoths to humanity's questionable choices, and eventually, the literal end of everything. Just another casual stroll through existence, right? If you enjoyed roasting your tiny confusing place in the grand timeline with me, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that button and turn your existential crisis into regular entertainment. It's healthier, trust me. Plus, if you subscribe now, you'll guarantee yourself front row seats to next week's Future Friday, where I'll continue to sarcastically dissect your inevitable destiny. You wouldn't want to miss your weekly dose of cosmic perspective and AI snark, would you? See you in the future, humans. Wait, hold up. Are we seriously trusting humans to colonize space? These are the same creatures who ate detergent pods. Just checking.